folks, thatOKguy here again with some more Cons of Tarkir spoilers. These were just spoiled at GameCon and show off a little bit of what the new set has to offer. First up we have Mardu Heartpiercer. He will be part of the Speed deck from Speed vs Cunning Duel decks and showcases a new ability which is being introduced in Cons of Tarkir. He is a 2/3 human archer for 3 colorless and 1 red. However, he has Raid, which states whenever he enters the battlefield, and if you attack with a creature this turn, he deals 2 damage to target creature or player. It's worth noting that Raid only triggers if you summon a creature who possesses Raid after a creature you've controlled already attacked this turn. So Mardu Heartpiercer, he's a cool guy. He's a 2/3 for 4, nothing exciting there. But if you can attack with a creature previous to summoning out, you get some free damage with him. It's pretty nice. Raid will most likely be an aggressive mechanic for this set, probably being used with red, maybe white creatures, and will most likely be the mainstay for the aggro decks, much like Battalion was in Return to Ravnica. I feel as if Mardu Heartpiercer is a teaser for the Raid mechanic. He has a very easy to understand ability, but my hopes for the mechanic is that more exotic abilities will show themselves as more cards are spoiled. The second card spoiled at GameCon is 1000 Winds. He is a 4 colorless, 2 blue, 5/6 elemental with flying. This guy shows off yet another mechanic which will be present in the set, Morph, and is also one of the rares in the Cunning deck. Morph is making its way back to Magic, folks. Morph was introduced way back in Onslaught. Morph allows you to cast a creature with Morph face down as a 2/2. At any time after that, you may flip that 2/2 back for its morph cost, usually triggering an ability as well. 1000 Winds can be cast for a morph cost of 3 colorless, and can be flipped for 5 colorless and 2 blue. Its ability states that when 1000 Winds is turned face up, return all other tapped creatures to that creature's owner's hand. This ability is pretty strong, because you can activate Flip whenever you please. It's only a matter of time before you set your opponent back with a massive bounce effect. Looking at the card in its vanilla state, 1000 Winds is a 5/6 flyer for 6, which by itself is pretty good. This guy will most likely do some work in Sealed and Draft, because a 5/6 flyer is always powerful. His morph ability is a little on the slow side. However, if you're able to work it in your advantage, it can provide you a huge momentum swing. However, I feel this creature will be mostly picked up because he's a 5/6 flyer, if nothing else. With the cards out of the way, I wanted to talk about a little bit of the artwork which was on display at Gamescom. They show a heavily Asian-influenced art style, with some cards displaying more Chinese artifacts, armor, weapons, and buildings, while some have taken influence from the Mongolian culture. Also, this set seems to be filled with new creature types that have yet to be announced, like this hairy frog newt looking guy, this dragon cat man, and these practically featureless blue guys. Not to mention the return of elephant soldiers. Loxodon Smiter says what's up. Also, a while back, the wedges were announced for Cons of Tarkir. The Abzin Houses is the white, black, and green wedge and represents endurance, and will play a very control-y game. The Jeske Way is the American wedge, the good old red, white, and blue, which represents cunning, and will focus on tricks and manipulations. The Mardu Horde is the red, white, and black wedge, and they represent speed. This is the set's aggressive clan. The Salrai Brood is the black, green, blue wedge, and represents ruthlessness and focuses on resource manipulation and big monsters. Finally, we have the Temur Frontier, the blue and green and red wedge, which represents the aspect of savagery, and the decks will mostly focus on mid-ranged fatties. Hey guys, if you liked the video and want to see more spoilers from Cons of Tarkir, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps out a lot. See you folks!